Hello, everybody. Das Bunyan here. Welcome and Liam. Welcome to the Fallible Fandom. We are already on episode 5. My God, how you doing this week, Liam?
I'm all right, mate.
Good, good,
Yourself?
good. Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. Apologies to everybody for being late. Wouldn't be me without technical issues. So but we had to watch Fallout, at least episode 1, and wow, glad we did, right? Because that's definitely a series going to be getting into. Um, Hello to my one and only. We're hoping actually for some guests to drop by. I mean, we're always hoping Darren makes an appearance, and then all three dubs, and then DJ Eric might pop in later, and then if Flash Freak's appointments don't keep him away for too long, then hopefully he will grace us with his presence. If I haven't driven him away um, with all my shenanigans, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
Absolutely nuts, dude.
I know. So we'll save the shows in case Eric manages to pop in. Unfortunately, there was a tornado in his area, so I'm wishing everyone safe and hoping everyone's well. Um, Very important. Um, but apparently, he's knocked out the Wi-Fi or power lines or something. So hopefully everything will be hopefully everything will be up and running shortly for him. Um, but most importantly, we hope everyone is safe. So a whole bunch of news to talk about today. Really, I say a whole bunch. First, I want to have a quick showing of the first looks. Captain America 4. I forget what it's called. Captain America 4, not New Empire. That's the King Kong movie.
New world.
Brave New World. There we go. It was new something. It was new something. I knew that. So here we get two wonderful people: the legend that is Harrison Ford and the absolutely charismatic Anthony Mackie on set, working on the new movie. And then if we scroll down, there's some more that we get to see. Are you excited for this movie?
Yes. I very
Right.
much loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
yeah, it was a good show.
very
Yeah.
much looking forward to this.
I have to say, even like ridiculous how everybody got upset about Sam giving up the shield, because obviously, like, thematically makes sense. Like, yes, he was giving it, but does he feel worthy? Steve forgets that, yeah, like, hello, I am a black man. You know what I mean? Like, we are in a racist country. There's also that you just handed this to me in a clearing next to a lake and said nothing to nobody. Do you mean
Yeah.
like, without you handing this off in front of me to the world, there's going to be an issue, and there clearly was, and there shouldn't have been. There shouldn't have been. It's disgusting that there was, but it was a narrative on the racial tones of America. You know,
Yeah.
so so I'm very excited. He's accepted the mantle, taken the responsibility, and said "fuck you" to everybody. Basically, 4 minutes in, shit. Um, and then yeah, I'm excited to see where they go with this. Um, I'm a bit upset for Anthony Mackie and the movie, in that it's his first lead movie with the franchise, something that he's been hoping for and working really hard for, and it can't help but be mired in political controversy already. Before it's even out of the gate. You know, like, give them a chance to make it, and then if you have genuine criticisms and like contributions to the conversation, then say something.
Yeah.
But don't just like completely write off the idea and write off the movie, because you've heard something, or because there's a million things, like a movie could be set up to work one way, but because of editing looks another way, or works in a different way. um so just wait and see, watch the movie, and then have, you know,
So, looking forward to that.
yeah. I mean, dude. So from my understanding, like, is the leader in this one or in Thunderbolts?
I'm not sure. Thunderbolts, I think.
Okay, because he would work well with either one, right? Because it would make sense for him to be here. I can hear myself. Can I hear myself? It's gone now. Right. So like it would make no, it's there again. What is that? Anyway, hey. Nope. This one. This one what? Not this one. He means no, not this one. He won't be gracing us with his presence, I imagine. Shucks. So yeah, not this one, the leader. Right, the leader. Yes. Okay, of course. Thank you. I am now caught up because I'm a slow bastard. So yes, the leader's not in this one. He's in the Thunderbolts. Still going to be really, really cool. He would work well here, but obviously if Thunderbolt Ross, Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross is the Red Hulk in this movie, which we are all expecting him and hoping him to be. Like the amount of time that my son's been waiting for the Red Hulk. Yeah, he's in Captain America. Yeah. Right. Well, it would. Okay. What if you typed in more than one word in a go? Might make it me easier to catch up. You know, might make the pedaling just a little bit faster. But you know, I'll take what I can get. Man's being the turtle out here. That's okay. Okay. What else was there? So yes, let me get rid of this. Move. There we go. Okay. Stop showing that. Get rid of that. And then present the next one, which is really exciting. Is this it? Yeah, here we go. Well, I appreciate the effort, 3Dubs. I appreciate the effort. He's doing one hand hyping because he's eating. So I appreciate the effort and I appreciate you being here. Love it as always. So here we go. That's not the one I wanted. That's not the one I wanted. Here we go. So Paramount reveals The Last Airbender and other animated movies in the works. So as a part of its big CinemaCon presentation this year, which unsurprisingly was heavy on Gladiator 2, the new Transformers, and A Quiet Place Day 1, Paramount let loose a barrage of animated movie news, not the least of which was the word that Dave Bautista and Eric Nam are aboard to lend their voices to what is currently titled Aang the Last Airbender.
Seems interesting.
Yeah. So we know that there's going to be a few movies, don't we? Like I'm pretty sure Zuko's getting one. Pretty sure Zuko's getting a movie. I feel like Avatar Kyoshi might be getting a movie. I feel like there's a few people that are getting one. Correct me if I'm wrong.
As good as the live action was, they don't want to bombard us with too much.
No. These are animated movies.
I know, but still.
So they're basically just doing what Dragon Ball does. You know, like here's your canon events, here's your main stuff. Well, it's not to say the movies aren't canon. Here's like your main stuff, and then like here's your side stuff. Because I really do want to know about Zuko's mother, right? Because for me, like that makes Fire Lord Ozai so much more interesting. So much more interesting because of the whole like the vulnerability thing, and then him lying, and then like there's just depth to the guy because like he starts off, you know, a little bit like the Joker, and like he's a 2D kind of villain. Oh wow. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My gosh. I'm glad you can make it. He's currently mute. He's currently muted at the moment. Welcome everybody, Mr. DJ Eric, the one and only. The Read the Comics, it's in there, yes, but I wanted to adapt the movie. What was I talking about? What? Sorry, I got distracted by the wonderful new edition.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, so Zuko's mum.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, okay. Fingers crossed. So yeah, Zuko's mum, fascinating, and I feel like it just genuinely adds more layers to Firelord Ozai and makes him less of a 2D villain, which just makes everything more interesting, you know. And then like the live action already for me, I felt like added layers that I feel like that weren't there. You know? One, because it got to be made with like in retrospect of the original show, so they had like all of the pieces on the board to know what they were doing. But then there's also like a lot of stuff that you're not gonna catch with animation that you can with live action, you know. So can't wait for all of it. Okay. So out of if it was the three that I'm thinking of, so if there's just an Aang movie, a Zuko movie, and an Avatar Kyoshi movie, what would you be most interested in?
I don't know. It's an interesting one.
Is there any? Is there any in the three that I didn't say that you'd be very interested for?
No.
I want Roku.
Maybe Kahara's dad, maybe. Their parents.
Sokka's dad in that, yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. What has he been doing that whole time? You know? Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, so this is news that I'm really, really excited by because it's not a story that I am super familiar with. It's all just like what I've been told and like little tidbits that I've like picked up and read and stuff. But I cannot wait for this to happen.
Yes, very much.
Oh my god, right? Oh my god. So I'm not going to spoil anything. But I only learned something about it recently, which for me like changes the whole thing on its head. I'm like, no way. Oh my god, that's insane. Like,
what I told you, is it?
I think so. Yeah. No spoilers though. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it was what you said. Yeah, and like that's nuts. And then it got me into wondering what each aspects would have been taken on in honor, you know. And I just love the whole idea of it. I'm very, very excited. Really curious how they're going to do it because it says live action, right? So, and then they decided to use this picture. Now, I feel like they've used this picture because they know in everybody's heart of hearts, this is the Turtles everybody loves, remembers, and when you say live action Turtles, this is the one you think of.
Yeah, you don't want to think about Michael Bay.
I feel bad saying that, right? A lot of talented people that we all like, Alan Richardson, Johnny Knoxville, right? The dude from Twilight was in there. Everybody involved, we like, right? It just, when all the ingredients came together, it didn't quite make the best. Wow, howdy do. They are some real ugly turtles. Howdy do, Mr. 3 Dubs. Welcome. Always
Yo.
good to have you here. And you get to relax this evening. You're not on tech duty. That's great. So, how are you? How are you excited for this? And if so, like, what would make you excited for it, without being spoilery, if you can?
Me or Free Dubs?
3 Dubs.
I'm excited. I just hope it kind of does the comic book version because that was more interesting with Michelangelo. Um,
As spoiler free as possible.
That's hilarious. That's the one thing I was literally just dancing around and didn't want to say. Oh my god, I love you so much. You're hilarious. Okay, so cat out of the bag. Okay, so the character, I think, like, it's a reveal in the comics, right? It's Michelangelo. The whole time I knew about Ronin, I always thought it as you're supposed to believe that it looks like Raphael, you know, and then it's like, no way, like, this dark character, it was the most fun one of the group. Like, what the hell happened, you know? So I want to be all up in the ooze and all of the turtle business. I cannot wait. Okay. What else? There was a few things. Oh yeah. Apparently OJ, since his passing, the white Bronco that he used to drive has been had a whole crazy life. But this is what's next. So,
What the hell are you doing, Cat?
This may be controversial. But then, is it? I don't know. They're obviously going to be making a very sugar-coated Michael Jackson movie, right? This isn't going to be your the people versus, you know, like OJ Simpson. Like, it's not going to be that kind of a movie. It's going to be all showbiz and spectacular stuff, you know. Because apparently it's going to be focusing on his life 2 years. I think if I remember rightly, 2 years before everything.
Did Liam just disappear?
Oh, I literally clicked away to read another page, and then, pew, there he is.
Sorry about
Welcome
that. The cat
back.
jumped on the keyboard.
Awesome.
Cat
Awesome.
deleted you.
Was it Storm or Lilith?
Lilith, mate.
Of course it was. Oh wow. Okay, so this could be a really interesting movie. So, a surprise look at the Michael Jackson biopic. Michael closed out Lionsgate's panel at Comic-Con Wednesday and gave a joke to theater owners who gave warm reception. Behind the unrelenting scrutiny and the accusations and the blinding media spotlight, he was simply a man who lived a very complicated life. The movie will get into all of it. Oh, alluding to the multiple scandals faced. Alluding to. We're not really dealing with then, is it? The trailer began. Sorry, I was just quickly checking something. The trailer began with a look at the Jackson 5 performing the ABC on TV, and then cut to a 90s era concert of Jackson performing Man in the Mirror. There are also images of a masked Jackson being hounded by fans and paparazzi. Jackson's real-life nephew, Jafar Jackson, stars as Michael. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. So, like, this is, like, done by, like, their people. But then, interestingly enough, not this, like, a whole thing, but their family is quite divided. You know, they're not, well, at least with the father, you know. So it's gonna be a very interesting narrative. Obviously, one driven by where Michael is a hero. So it's gonna be a very fluffy piece, is what I mean to say. You know, when they say alluding to, yeah, right, alluding to the stuff. Like, what does that mean?
Hint at.
I am interested to see it. Pink eye.
They're gonna hint. They're gonna hint at.
Yeah, no, I know what the word means, but like I'm
Okay.
saying,
He's like, what does it mean? I'm like, they're going to hint at it. That's what it means.
thank you, Three Labs. I appreciate it. Thank you. No, what I meant to say was like that could be as anything as simple as like, oh, there's something in a paper that somebody's reading, you know, or like just
You meant
not that
how
they're
they're
going to be
do
dealing
it.
with it. Yes, sir. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Grammar
I'll be
Police.
back in a second. I got a Mexican standoff between three cats.
Okay, good luck. Good luck. Okay, so this is an interesting thing. Now, I feel like I'm just throwing shade all of the time, and it's called the Fallible, the fandom, which is like we're just trying to look at like after the good stuff and everything. And again, no shade on Michael. I don't know. I weren't there, right? But this is very well documented, right? So a Chris Farley biopic in the works with Paul Waterhauser in the lead role, right? And I'm really curious because, right, it's well documented that he was like kind of a bully, right? And it's interesting that in a time of like such general scrutiny everywhere that they're choosing pillars of Hollywood to give fluff pieces to. Now I know that's like nothing new, like there's movies about Elvis and Elton John and everything else, but I don't know. I think the timing is interesting. And Chris Farley, very talented man. Let it not be mistaken. Okay, very, very talented, funny man. But he was a very toxic co-worker. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, how much are we going to be leaning on reality, and then how much of it is it going to be like sugarcoating stuff? You know? Because again, like David Spade, absolutely loved the man, you know, but was tormented while they were working together. And when you hear some of the stories, it's like, God damn, it was just bullying, you know, just straight up bullying. So I don't know. It's nice of them to, you know, keep his legacy going, I guess, you know. So what do you think, Three Doves?
Well, I wasn't aware or cared at that time what Chris Farley was doing on his screen. I was too young to give a shit.
Yeah.
All I cared about was staying home and playing video games, basically.
I still think about that.
Now it's not much about video games. It's more like editing and stuff, video editing and stuff.
So okay, but now that you know like that side of his personality,
I just found out. I literally just found out today. You just told me. That's how out of the loop I was.
Okay, well you ruminate on that then, and we'll come back to you in a bit with the question. Then, okay.
Welcome to me just finding out.
Yeah. Okay, so this is something that I found fascinating, absolutely fascinating, and oh my god, how great is this news? Zack Snyder still wants to finish the Justice League trilogy. How spectacular is this news. Now, before everybody gets on the hype train, starts taking off all their clothes and swinging them over their heads, there is, should we say, a caveat in that it's only going to be animated. Which I think is hilarious and fascinating at the same time, right? Because you have Snyder fans finally getting what they want. Zack Snyder saying, "Oh yeah, no, I'll come back," like blah blah blah. But then the reality of it is, no, you're not getting what you had before. You're getting the Smallville treatment, and you're getting it finished off in an animation. Yeah, well, Smallville didn't get that, did it? It was a comic. Shit, poor bastards. But yeah, so like it's going full animation. If they do bring it back together, which I don't think they will. I think if he's got no other projects and everybody just slaps Rebel Moon in the face, then I think he might, to try and get some kind of like fan appreciation back. But if Rebel Moon just goes on rising or rises in the first place, then no, it won't happen. But what about you? What do you think?
Well,
Interested.
nah, I was going to be like, yeah, I'm happy for the people that are bullying DC to do this, but it's also a slap in the face if it's animated.
I know, right?
You can have this, but guess what? Not the way you think.
I know, and that's what I find fascinating, right? Because he thinks, oh yeah, this will placate people, and it's no, you're just going to absolutely infuriate them, And then, like, let's not get it twisted, okay? We all remember Zack Snyder's whiteboards, okay, of what Justice League 2 and 3 were going to be. Now, I am like, because a lot of the Snyder fans don't actually know that, right? So I'm really curious to see how they react to the Batman, Superman, Lois Lane love triangle that they're trying to play out. Like, no, innit? Like, no, they don't need that. Sort that out. Stop it. But fingers crossed, it gets made, because then it can be let go. Do you know what I mean? They can finally let it go, unless you have like
they're not going to let it go.
The die-hard fans that are like, okay, this was done really, really well. This worked really well. Why not make it live action?
That's yeah, they're not going to let it go.
So you think this is just more chum in the water? You don't think this is going to make anybody?
This is just like fueling the fire. Like it's simmering down, and then what does it happens? Zack Snyder says we're making an anime movie. Throw fire on it. It's getting bigger. And then when that movie comes out and it finishes, they're going to be like, I want live action. I'm like, just let it die.
Yeah. Listen, I love
as Superman once said, bury it.
Yeah. Right. I love the Snyder Cut. It was a great movie. I kept saying at the time, it wasn't even a movie. It was like a 4-hour experience of just being in the world. It was great. I absolutely loved it. But reality is a shin kicker, and here we are with a whole brand new universe being set up, and I cannot wait. I fully
sucks.
What's that?
The series finale of Superman and Lois is titled "It Went By So Fast."
Oh,
that's like a gut wrench right there.
Yeah, that's like a meta slap in the face. That's like, what you did. because it did. It went by too fast. We didn't get enough of it. Right. And oh my God, like you could not have said that at a better time, right? Because I'm literally saying about a bit a brighter universe that's going to be coming and how grateful I am for it. And you're like, well, the old stuff's still cool. Like, is ending with this title, and I'm like, shit, man, god damn, you know.
It's not the old stuff, anyways. It's just like literally, by the time we get Superman the movie, it's like right at ending. It's
No,
just
I know,
like
but like,
it's a handoff.
yeah,
Basically, it's a
it's
handoff.
basically DCEU, like Elseworlds, really, isn't it? You know. So I
It's
have to be just as accepting. What I'm saying is I have to be just as accepting about Superman and Lois passing as I'm telling these people to let the Snyder Cut go.
I still have a problem with the whole like Elseworlds because like he put Joker and Batman and Superman and Lois in this Elseworlds column, and he's cutting them. He's like, as soon as the story ends, bye, because we're doing our own thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what the fuck was an Elseworlds for? It's like, it's just to be like, this is the end point.
Yeah. Because what he could have done as well is like have them as one of the constants, right? So that everything changes for the most part, but not everything is, right? So he could have just said, right, here's like one whole reality that nothing even has happened to, you know?
Because if you think about it, Batman Part 2 is coming out, right? And then you had that Arkham series that's supposed to be a part of the DCU, which was originally supposed to be part of the Batman of Robert Pattinson's continuation. So it was supposed to be part of the whole Penguin thing and stuff like that.
Okay.
As soon as Batman Part 2 comes out, I guarantee you we're going to say that's the it. That's the end. Because there's going to be Batman Brave and the Bold. And they don't want competition.
You really think they're going to do, not Edgar, right? What's the guy's name?
They're going to do what they did to Superman and Lois by saying, we don't want competition.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm completely blanking on the guy's name. Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves, right?
Matt Reeves.
So, yeah, right? Matt Reeves. Okay. So, you really think they're going to do Matt Reeves that dirty? They're going to say, right, we got the 2 movies we want out of you. Now, scram.
No,
just get out of here. We promised you everything.
No, they're doing because it's going to be close to Batman Brave and Bold. They don't want 2 Batmans out at the same time, so they're going to cancel Robert Pattinson Batman after Part 2.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, because they promised him a whole setup. You know what I mean? So that's going to be slapping him in the face. Basically,
yeah. Because, as time goes on, things change.
Okay, well, mark the date, okay? Because you heard it here first. If when Batman Brave and the Bold comes out, if we hear about the Batman's cancellations, then
if Batman Part 3 never shows the light of the day because they don't want competition for like as soon as Part 2 happens and they be like there's no Part 3, I'm going to be like, what the fuck was Elseworlds about?
What do you mean, Liam? It's been spoke about. I mean,
I'm pretty sure there's I read somewhere a few months ago about after the second Batman movie, they won't be doing another one because they don't want the spotlight taken away from Brave and the Bold.
Exactly. They did the same thing with Superman and Lois. They didn't want the spotlight to be taken away.
But that's going to be too limiting for the franchise, right? Like they need it elsewhere. That's the whole point. Like if they just have the setup and the universe that they have, that's not going to help them.
What's going to happen is there's going to be Elseworlds, but it's going to be in the hands of James Gunn so that he has more control over it. So that he can make the universe spread out more, like with his own hands.
Okay, but I know that we know that the universe, the audience needs hand-holding somewhat, right? But I think you can have two different Batmen, and like if James Gunn
We
just
all
puts
think
out a
that.
tweet, all James Gunn has got to do is a tweet that says, "This one's here, and this one's here." Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it like visually show that they're different. I think he'd be fine.
No, I mean, like, we all get that, but there's these normals, these people that just go from movie theaters will only watch one, not both. So they don't want the competition of people not going to see one over the other. Meaning, like, there's already established Robert Pattinson, so they're going to him more than over Batman and Brave and the Bold, because that's part of the new DCU. They're not going to even touch that because there's another one that's better. It's more appealing.
I would argue that, given how important Batman, I assume, would be, because Batman's one of the bigger connective tissues of the DC universe. Batman is going to be in the new universe, as because he's one of the big three as well. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way he's just going to be put to the sidelines. He's going to be put like in the universe. So hang on. What I'm saying to you is, if anything, they're going to watch the one that is a part of the continuity and not just a standalone.
Not,
you know what I mean?
we're just a small community of people. It doesn't reach everyone. There's going to be people that don't get that and don't understand that there's two separate things. They don't read puff pieces on the internet like we do. They don't get the information like that. They get it from Fox or some other CNN, they get it from that. And if they don't say it, they don't know. So they're going to go to the movie and be like, "Oh, Robert Pattinson's doing it. I'm going to see that one." I don't know who that is.
Yeah, but if they've seen like any of the other universe, then they will. Is my point.
They will get confused because they don't pay attention to news. They have jobs. They're not DC fans.
What kind of thing is that?
They don't
have jobs.
like
that's like some low key fucking Republican shade you just sat there throwing out. What the fuck?
No, it's true. They're literally too busy to care. That's my whole point.
Okay, well, we'll see how this plays out. Okay. Okay. So I will leave the choice down to Liam. What do you want to discuss first? X-Men, Fallout. I feel like there's another one, but there isn't. Invincible one on this week.
Whichever one you want to.
Have you seen either one, 3 Debs?
I haven't seen the newest one.
The newest X-Men?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Such a good episode.
I haven't seen Fallout either, so there's that.
Only watched the first episode of that.
Yeah, same.
There's 2 episodes out.
Is there 2 out? I thought they released the whole thing.
No, well, okay, yeah. There's all 8 episodes, so there's that.
Yeah. I don't know how quickly I'm going to be watching them. I don't think I'm going to be doing one a week, because then like everyone would have watched it and be bored of it by then. So I might do like a 4 and 4 maybe. I just wanted to kind of watch the episode and see if I like it. I've never played the game personally, so I had my friend sat with me who has played the game, loves the franchise, and genuinely and generally complimented the fidelity of the game to the universe. Said it was really well done, and I enjoyed it. As a person that hasn't played the games, I think the most I'd done was got in a mech on someone else's game and had a quick walk around. So yeah, absolutely no concept of the lore or anything until I get told by my friend, and then I'm interested.
It's the only thing you gotta like go into this realizing it's a post-apocalyptic. It's basically like Resident Evil. There's stuff like that level of horror.
Yeah, no, I hear that. But okay, so even down to the things of like the stims that they were taking. So like, there's a health stim, there's a rage stim. Like some of them are injections, some of them are like inhalers, some of them other things. One of them like apparently slows down like your perception of time, and then makes everything like easier to acknowledge and stuff or whatever. So there's a whole bunch, and then different versions of the mechs. Who's in charge? I found the trailer very misleading, right? Because the trailer had the Ghoul character, played by Walter Goggins, as hey, there he is, hello. So played by Walter Goggins' character, and the way it said it, it looked like he was in charge of the vaults, but apparently it's like a government thing. Thank you very much. We will try. We'll take you anytime we can get, but I hope you're having fun being super busy. So yeah, at the moment they're following the 3 characters' narratives. Somebody that was born like 2nd or 3rd generation inside the vault, somebody that's 2nd or 3rd generation outside of the vault, and then the Ghoul character himself, who, as we've seen from the end of the episode, is stronger, can survive like ridiculous, grueling conditions. I mean, I didn't even know how long he was underground for. All he had was like an IV bag.
200 years.
Oh, no, he weren't there the whole time, because obviously he worked with that guy's dad for a while, didn't he?
Yeah, but he's still been. They said it was 200 odd years after the fallout, weren't it?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you're saying he's 200 years old? Yes. Yeah. Right now, there's being infused with radiation, and that makes me like a little bit stronger and stuff. But then to prolong your life that much.
Star Trek Lower Decks will end with season 5.
Say that again.
Star Trek Lower Decks will end with season 5. So I just saw it.
Wow. I'm sorry. They have 5 seasons already?
Mm-hmm.
That's the animated one, right?
Yeah.
Like, I watched season 1 when it came out, loved it, and have been waiting for a season 2. I know they goddamn, 5.
What were you watching on?
I don't know. Netflix or Prime.
Originally on Prime.
One of them. It's a hilarious show.
So really you haven't seen season 3, 2, 3, or 4, or 5?
Nope.
There's. I'm looking at season 4 right now.
I mean, I obviously wasn't looking that hard, right? But Jesus,
I'm seeing season 2. I'm seeing season 3. I'm seeing you. You know how you look. You hit that little like arrow that points down that shows the other season.
Is that how that
works? And I'm seeing season 4.
Silly me. One nincompoop.
I mean, it's not that hard to look.
But this is this show is very, very good. Oh my god, spoilers.
What?
Spoiler for the show. So I assumed that they gave him a name, and it's a very interesting name. I forget what it is. But I'm going to have to go Armitage Shanks again. It's not, right? But
who's that?
Him.
Which
what
one?
name did they give him? The Squire.
What, Maximus?
Yeah, okay, Maximus. I thought he would end up in the suit, but I weren't 100% sure on it. So I'm glad he does end up getting the suit. So he gets promoted. That's great. We also have a trans character in the game. Okay, his name's Maximus. Okay, but that's not all it is. There's also an A in there. Like, he has an A name. Oh, Matt Berry's in it. Oh my god, I can't wait. I love that dude. trying to remember. Um, but yeah, they also had a transactor. I'm looking up their name now. But great to see representation in popular and big studio productions, and done well. Honestly.
Also, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds snags early season 4 renewal.
Okay, good for them. Good for them. Okay, I'm doing this the absolute backwards way. Give me a second. Episode 1, the only one I've seen. Dane. Okay, played by. Wait for the ad to go. Zelia Mendez Jones. So yeah, it wasn't done in an offensive way, in a cheesy or stereotypical way, in anything ham-handed. It was just they are a person in the universe and they're living their life. That's it, and that's how it should be. You know, same with all kinds of diversity in shows. It should just be about people existing. If it's a part of the story, great. If it isn't, it doesn't need to be like a whole thing. You know, for example, the Monarch, the Legacy of Monsters show, right? Now, we didn't even know Kate was a lesbian or a bi or in a lesbian relationship until it was relevant, until like what, episode 3 or 4, I think, and then it was like, okay, so that's a thing, right? But it wasn't she was just existing. Do you mean her sexual preference didn't need to come up in the show? It didn't come up. It wasn't a thing. It was just, it was relevant when then talking about her past relationships and the fact that she had fidelity issues. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why representation and diversity is important, because then it just leads to a more realistic world, and one that is true. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of switched off. You kind of went on one there.
I was just talking about why representation matters.
Because it matters. If you can't support other people and what they feel, and then fuck you.
Yeah, go fuck yourselves. Yeah, good, right, that's right. And we got Mr. Three Dubs giggling away in the corner. I would love to know what that's about.
So I kind of like was sidetracked with the superhero movie with Drake Bell, and I didn't realize that Kevin Hart was in it.
Yeah, he's the best friend. Yeah.
And then the scene goes like he accidentally shoots Drake Bell with one of those things, rail gun, and he goes, how did he do that? Reflex. So he turns, shoots Kevin Hart. And I forgot about that scene, so I started laughing.
Do you know what you've just done with your wonderful joy? Is you've just reminded me, because I was going to say, hilarious scene, and the true standout in that is the absolute legend that is Leslie Nielsen, who I absolutely love and will always love. And then I'm like, no, they're doing the Naked Gun reboot. Shit. Like, that's something that should just be left alone, if I'm honest with you. Like, they shouldn't be rebooting that one. There's no need. Absolutely.
I don't think it's like a reboot. A reboot entails that
remake.
It's a remake.
Yeah. Either way, it's not needed.
Well, I mean, no one's going to watch it now.
I do. I still do.
I mean, people that are born
put that in the
now.
cinema. Put that in the cinema right now. It still holds up. Okay.
Let me rephrase what I was trying to say. People born now will never watch it. They don't even know it exists right now.
Okay, I want to put that to the test. Okay, I want everybody to pretend that Naked Gun never happened. Right? Change the day that it was change the day it was filmed. So it's a 2024 movie. I need to 2014. Jesus Christ. So it's a 2024 movie, right? And then just re-release it in cinema. I think it still holds up. I think people will be interested.
I don't. No. Far from it, dude. In this woke society that we live in, it's never going to happen.
Hey, there is nothing in that movie, right? There is nothing in that movie that offends anybody. Okay?
Are you sure?
Not a thing. Yeah.
Go back and watch it.
Someone walking on the street offends someone.
There is like.
Why are you doing this to an old guy? What did he ever do?
I want to say that I genuinely think, from what I can remember, and I want to say the whole movie's tasteful. Find me a scene where it isn't.
Find me a scene that is.
All of them, including the Queen getting wrapped around his legs wrapped around him. All of them.
Yeah, that's tasteful, isn't it?
Incredibly. I think she would have loved it. Yeah, I genuinely think it would still hold up. I think it's an amazing, amazing movie.
I still want to see what Liam Neeson brings to it.
Oh, are you serious? I was just about to say, right? Listen, that man is funny when he's trying to buy Fruit Loops in a secret, covert way, right? But I don't know if he's like a funny guy. I'm not like trying to shit on Liam Neeson,
Well, but he was typecast as an action person.
That's drama. Like he was a romance guy, and then went to action.
But he's been typecasted ever since he started in action as an action person. Even those drama, even in the drama, there's action. That the whole I'm going to find you line. He's never going to lay that down.
Yeah, his whole particular set of skills, right?
His Qui-Gon Jinn, he's never going to lay that down.
He's never escaping that. I'm never letting that man escape that one. That's just me. That's never happening. Never.
Even his Ra's al Ghul, we're going to live that down as being whitewashed.
I can let that go.
No, he's going to be white. He's the whitewashed Ra's al Ghul. He's not going to live that down.
Yeah. Okay, so here's a question. Like, obviously, it's like personal choice, but like, if you found out that you were like whitewashing a role, would you turn it down?
There is for my essence of. I would say that I believe that anyone should be able to play a character, even Robert Downey Jr. Can play a character that's not.
He's playing a dude disguised as another dude.
He's playing. If you know the reference, Tropical Thunder. Watch it. He's playing something that isn't natural.
No. Okay. Right. So I feel like that there is defense for that. Right. If I get told I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Right. But I feel that it's not like if it was just one man doing blackface, yeah, that's wrong. But what he was doing was a criticism on actors. It was like holding up a mirror to society and the lengths that actors and people will go to for success and to stay relevant, right? So if it was just him saying, "Oh, I'm doing this," no, right? But it's the actor in the thing who's doing it. Do you know what I
I
mean? Like he didn't
honest,
start out that way.
I honestly think that doing that way is more worse than changing the character's backstory. So, like for instance, if Liam Neeson went into the role and decided to have like makeup on to make him look like the comic book version, that's worse than him just being Liam Neeson in the movie. Because like I just like the Robert Downey Jr. for instance, like that.
No, but again, that had a point. There was a comment.
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
a
For
commentary.
back then, it had a point, but now, no point.
The
If they
point
did
of the
this,
movie doesn't
it
change
no,
because of
no, no.
time.
If they did this now, it would have been
Oh
so much worse.
no, I hear that. I hear that.
They
I hear
couldn't
that.
pull this crap now.
No, no, probably not.
But
No.
it's I think that adaptions are there for a reason to where it doesn't need to be comic book. It's an adaptation of the comic book, meaning it doesn't have to be black and white straight from the comic. So I think for I think from like that perspective, I'm not against whitewashed characters, but I also want to see the comic book version too. But I'm not like it just depends on if the movie's good, and the movie was good.
Like if it makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Because
if it makes sense.
there's no way I'm gonna be white Black Panther.
Yeah,
You know,
like
like
what
that's not gonna
white.
happen.
There's White Tiger.
No, I know,
That
but
makes sense.
I'm not gonna walk onto screen and say, "Hi, everybody. My name's T'Challa. I'm the king of Wakanda. How are you
No, no,
all?"
there's some characters that you can't do that with, no
That's
matter
what I'm
what.
saying. Yeah, some no, but you're saying if it makes sense to the character.
If it makes sense, also, like Black Widow is she's white, right?
Mhm.
Natasha Romanoff is white, all that. It's not gonna be Black Widow, literally Black Widow. So, it if they changed, if they made like a comic book run where Black Panther is actually white.
Could you imagine the uproar? Like Jesus, and rightfully so. Like you can't
but
do it. You
but
can't do
he's
it.
not like what's the what's his what's Black Panther's alter ego or
T'Challa.
T'Challa? He wouldn't be T'Challa. He would be like Jake. Some other
That's
like
even worse. That's definitely worse.
no, I'm not even saying like that. Just a random white name.
Yeah.
As
Okay. So okay. No, this is the point I was trying to make. Right. So like if their like ethnicity and everything else, their heritage is like a part of the character, then absolutely not. Right. Because you know what I mean. It's gone from T'Challa, T'Chaka, to to something else. It had a really cool name.
Tony.
Don't want to butcher it. And then yeah, to Tony and like, hi, my name's Leon. You know, like I'm from Brooklyn. They call me the Black Panther. You know, like that's not gonna work.
and there's also like mixed race too. So, what's because there's obviously like mom and dad are different colors, and they had a son, which is are both of both worlds. So, would that be more acceptable to for a Black Panther, or does it have to be a?
No, but I still think Black Panther's a no go. You can't do that one. You can't do him like ever. I think he has to stay black, right?
All right.
And I personally wouldn't take a role Not that I'm an actor, but if I was an actor, I think I would say no to whitewashing a role.
So in there's a whole like widespread of multiverse, and in the entire multiverse, he's always one.
Yeah.
Wow. Can't say that for Captain America.
Okay,
he's a female. He's a female person of
Captain
and an amputee
can be everybody. Okay, it's like what they were saying at the end of Star Wars Episode 9, right? Anybody can be Captain America.
No, well,
anyone could be a Skywalker.
I had to laugh at the whole like.
Yep.
I had to laugh at the whole like they're trying to shade Anthony Mackie for being Captain America. I'm like, read a damn comic book.
I know.
There's a female Captain America. There's a Falcon is Captain America, and then there's Bucky, Captain America, who's an amputee.
Yeah, but I also think like the show is massively important for this reason, right? Because you do genuinely have a lot of bigoted, ignorant fucks who are like, "Why is Captain America?" And the show deals with that, because it just does nothing but hold up a mirror to these people and say, "You're the problem. Shut up."
I heard that Anthony Mack still like is holding like a grudge for Tom Holland.
I know.
He wants to have him in the theater, sitting right next to him, going like watching him watch me.
Yeah. Enjoy my movie. The man sat there on a trilogy. They're bringing him in for a fourth one, and he's like, "Watch my one movie."
And I can guarantee you, Tom Holland's going to be like, "Well, it's still not Falcon."
That's hilarious.
I still had to laugh. That was like the best, the coldest comeback that Tom Holland has ever said on live TV, where he goes, "Wait, you haven't seen Spider-Man: Homecoming?" "No, I haven't." "Well, I haven't watched the." "Oh, wait, there isn't one."
Yeah. To be fair, one could call it an upgrade. We're saying it's not called the Falcon. He's gone higher. The man's, I feel like, I don't want to say promoted, but dude's Captain America out here. Like, shit.
Yeah, he was promoting the Endgame. They basically they could have just like not had the TV show, because that just like basically adds on to they're adding more drama to it, even though it was pretty much a handoff. It was it was an in and shut deal. Like Captain America's like, "Here you go, it's yours."
No, I know, but that also implies some kind of tier system that may.
They basically wanted drama around it so that it feels more of a natural progression instead of like a hand-me-down, like it pass on.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, if I was a hero, I understand that like his whole thing came from half of it came from the government or whatever, right? Or Shield, or by one of the same thing. But like, if I was a hero and I had like my whole own identity, and somebody said, "By the way, I am retiring today. I'd love for you to take on my mantle, which I've been sat cooking for 90 years. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel like yours is important. I don't feel like yours comes with a message. Like a bit of a slap in the face. I'm like, no, I can do my own message."
But
Thanks.
we've also like seen movies do that, where they hint at the very last end, and then the next movie he's just already inside his own like world as the character.
No, I hear that. I'm just saying, like, Falcon was already doing some really good work as the Falcon, and yeah, great, he's Captain America. I'm just saying, you were a really good Falcon as well.
I kind of wish we had a Falcon before the Endgame. A Falcon movie before the Endgame. So that would have been like a better handoff situation where we get a Falcon that goes into a TV show that goes into his own Captain America.
You think people have been more receptive to it? Because at the
Yeah.
moment he's been like a side character that's only in Captain America and Avengers movies.
Yeah, and even in the Falcon, there's like a scene where he talks to Steve Rogers, and Steve Rogers hints at it, so that it's more it's a slow progression, and then in game he finally gets the shield and stuff like that.
Yeah, because like even like a joke, like because he was he in the second Avengers?
No,
it's the third one, wasn't it? Right. So even if like when they're fighting or something, and then like because there's times where Natasha grabs the shield and works with the shield and stuff. So like if there was a time where like Cap dropped it or like he had it in a fight, like took it off of something like somebody, and then like Cap took it off him and went, haha, it's not quite yours yet, and then like in a few years, something like that. And then fans would have been like, "Ooh, okay."
The perfect time would have been Civil War as a joke, like well, as a joke that leads to something. But the whole fight with Black Panther, where Steve has the shield and stuff, and throws it to Falcon, and Falcon catches it and bangs him, and then throws it back to Cap. That would have been like awesome. Where it's a tag team beatdown. You muted.
Yeah, all in all, Fallout was quite good from what I thought from that episode.
Oh, we forgot about Fallout. So, Fallout.
It was good. I have not played the games, but I enjoyed the show, so.
I enjoyed the Resident Evil movies, and I haven't played the games, so there's that. I'm reversed.
But yeah, so thank you, Liam. Yes, Fallout was very good. Getting back to it, very, very good. I think I'm going to do 4 this week, and I'm going to do 4 next week. But I'm going to be waiting for my friend to be with me so we can sit and watch it together. And then if there's anything,
a long time.
If there's anything glaring in the show that like is not supposed to be there, then he'll point it out. But for the most part, they've done really, really well so far. So good for them. They've made the world a world that was blown apart, not blown apart literally, but like destroyed and by nuclear war, and everybody has to, survive in their own way. So they've made that world very interesting. And then people living under the bunker and then coming out and how they're going to interact. Can't wait for more.
Gonna be cool.
Yeah. So getting into the absolute top tier show and episode of that show that came out this week. Oh my gosh. Oh,
3 dubs, you really need to
my
watch
God.
it.
Yeah. Now we're going to be spoilerific in this.
I'm going to be muting myself and stepping out for a second.
Okay. Where to begin with this? Oh my God. Okay, so as we were talking about last week and on Darren's stream and everything, and I think Eric's, is that this is a part of a 3-part episode, and not like it's a part of like the whole season. But then these 3 episodes, there's the stuff with Jubilee, with the Motendo and Mojo, who set up thematically this happening in this episode, while the other half of the episode after Mojo was dealing with Storm, Life Death, that's going to be happening next week, right? Interspersed with what I don't know, maybe the aftermath of this episode. It's all so interesting. And just the repercussions of what has happened I just don't even know all of them. So many lives lost, and
so many.
Yeah, and you know, like human life, like there was a lot of potential there. A lot of people that shouldn't have gone, and like, oh my god, I don't even know how to acknowledge. Like Magneto gone now as well. It looks like, killed by some absolute Goliath Sentinel, like
tank.
Yeah, that had many faces. There was also a ship that was dropping Sentinels. All of this happening on Genosha as they're being welcomed into the UN.
Were those Sentinels coming out of that giant one?
I'm not sure because he was on the ground, wasn't he? Right, but then there was also the ship that was dropping Sentinels. So I don't think so. Like maybe he came from the ship.
Pass. It's just chaotic.
But before all of this madness ensued, Cable came out of nowhere, and we had like Jean getting hit with what looked like a psychic bullet, just, and then a little further down the line, because she's not as powerful, I imagine, even though she's his mum, Madeline Pryor, right? And then they're hearing Cable say, turn off the music, get out of here, you gotta go. But it was too late. We already saw the wall of just green fire just coming. So he apologized to his mom, and there was only enough for one body slip or time slip. I forget what they called it. Okay, awesome. Thank you. And then, so yeah, I don't know where, like, hopefully it's going to get to a point where Cable is going to go back. Like, maybe we can have like a Cable and Bishop team up where they're going back and trying to change things. It's also kind of reminiscent of the Days of Future Past stuff we got on the original series. So there is that. But like with like a different spin on it. And then depending on where they go back and how they go back, and if they do go back, Storm and her storyline may change, right? Because if they go to before she gets got, then there'll be no need for her arc, and she'll be a different person to what we see. So I don't know. So there's just nothing but questions. There is absolutely nothing but questions, right? So we have.
Do you think Bishop's the guy that do you think Bishop took Cable into the future to see Forge?
Maybe. Wonder how far they went. Like, was it just like 30 years or longer, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But, oh my God. Like, so you had Rogue. And I love this show, right? Because any other show, they would have just dragged that whole Rogue, Magneto, and Gambit stuff out, right? But we're like, they're adult people. We're adults watching the show. You know, they may be trying to get young adults, but like, or kids or whoever, but like, we're adults watching a show. And they dealt with it so well. Like, Rogue felt away. She told Gambit. He said something that resonated with her. She then went and tried to see if the grass was greener. Realized, no, it ain't. Like, I feel nothing here. You know, like, just because I can touch you, just because you can give me what, like, I don't have and I can't have and I'm yearning for my whole life since I've got these goddamn mutant powers. That doesn't mean that we're meant to be together, you know? And I fully respect that. Because so like, she is an incredibly powerful mutant. and she was going to take the mutant cure and just be a human, but so she could have a life of human contact. So like that would change her whole life, her whole identity of who she is at the moment. So for her to like be a grown up and say, this relationship, like as nice as it is, I'm always going to be left wondering. So I am going to go over there. I'm sorry if I, this makes you feel away. Oh, yeah. Instead of just going, like, or doing anything or being a fucking goon or anything, she was a grown up and mature and handled it really, really well. Then realized, no, that's not what I want. And was going to go back and tell him, but then tragedy strikes before they get the opportunity. And he perishes. And Magneto perishes. And Magneto perished while saving that young boy as well. The one he said, don't be afraid to. And that was the last thing he said to him as well.
Should have known so much shit was going to kick off when the Watcher was there.
Yeah. Right. And I'll have to double check, but it looked like Jeffrey Wright, in my opinion. Just hiding in his cloak. So a great way to have. He's definitely going to come back later. Cable and him are definitely going to be talking. Someone and him. He's not done yet. Certain of that. That's not just in there to make us go, oh, so this makes it connected to What If, which connects it to the MCU. That's fine. That's not what he's there for, right? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people would have missed him. I don't think people would have seen him, especially on the first go round. But, I am a person that rewinds and pauses a lot. So my problem has become a benefit. So, yay. So, yeah. Oh, my God. How great was it to see Nightcrawler in this episode?
Amazing.
Fucking love Nightcrawler. I genuinely... I think I'm yet to see a Nightcrawler in any iteration that I haven't liked. The dude's just super likable.
He's cool.
And his teleporting is so cool as well. Wow. Oh my God, next week, man, what are they gonna do? Like
next week we're carrying on with Storm and Forge's story.
Yeah, but like, okay, so as you saw with the Mojo episode, that was half of an episode. Do you think they're going to go half an episode again, or do you think they're going to give it a whole slot?
They might give it a whole slot.
Oh, just keep us like this, like right on the edge of the seat for the whole Genosha stuff.
Oh, she's going to need her powers back for the new threat, isn't she?
Well, yeah, because the only threat is one who made the thing and the ship, because they got rid of the main robot.
Yeah.
So it's like a ship full of Sentinel makers or just droppers. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then the statue of Charles went over. Okay. Do you think they are going to go full time travel with Cable, which is what they seem to be setting up? Or do you think they might try and go in the way of the comics? Like, they've got a whole Krakoa thing at the moment, which is an island, which may or may not be connected to Genosha. I'm not 100% sure, but basically it's where the mutants are, and they've got this whole reincarnation system, regeneration system, where they just basically, through a combination of different mutants, eugenics themselves. So Professor X is no longer paralyzed because of it, and he's walking around with a Cerebro helmet as opposed to having to go in a room and things like that, so everybody gets whatever they want changed and or fixed, So
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, I'm dying to know how they handle this. Absolutely dying to know. This show, honestly,
hasn't let me down since the 90s.
It hasn't. It hasn't, right? And yes, it was great then. But when you're coming back after like nearly 30 years, right, of not being on the air and just living in fans' memories and on Disney Plus, right? This was a real gamble and something that was really difficult to pull off, right? Because they've got original cast members, they've got new cast members that are sounding like original cast members. Like they're dealing with like a lot of things, and all of their plate spinning, they're keeping them all up. They're keeping them all up and just adding so many more. Like there's not, we're what, 4 or 5 episodes in? 4 episodes in?
5,
right? So 5 phenomenal episodes. We've got 5 more to go. That's sad to think about. There's only 5 more to go, right, for this season. They're not going to do it like they did back in the day. I'm pretty sure there's only 5 episodes left.
It's only 10 episodes.
Yeah. So they're absolutely landing all of their gymnastic flips. They are. That's just the way it is. They're doing such a good job. 5 episodes left. Oh my god. Okay. So say basically there's 2 options for what they could do for next episode, which is half and half or like full storm and then leave this till 7, right? So depending on what they do, there's either 8, 9, 10. There's either 3 or 4 episodes that they could have that could be dealing with everything after this. So if they say like episode 6 is Fallout, Life, Death, and Fallout of this, then they've got 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's 4 episodes to just take us anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. I have no clue, and I couldn't be more excited.
It's crazy what they've got in store.
How nice was it seeing everybody on Genosha getting along?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. So was there anything from else in this episode that stood out for you before we go?
Loads of things, mate, but I'm so bloody tired at the moment.
Yeah, we did start super late. It was nice seeing.
Like that.
Yeah, go on.
R.I.P. Gambit.
Oh, I know. Went out like a boss, though. Same as Magneto.
Went out like fucking Rexplode.
So yeah, it was nice to see. Pardon me, some old returning characters. And then some new characters. And then they like them continuing to tie in the history of the original show and to show that it's a relevant part of the story. It's not just we've done a big chop and focus over here. They're saying no, we're still telling a whole story. Like we've told some story, but we're telling a whole story. Still watch our story. You know, all of it. X-Men and X-Men 97 are part of a larger piece. It's just to make it super digestible and easy for fans, right? Because it is a choice, obviously. But X-Men 97 on its own holds up as it should, and you can completely come in and watch X-Men 97 and just start from there. But
I would recommend go back and watch X-Men now.
Exactly. Same as the Atom Eve thing, the Atom Eve special for Invincible. I tell everybody that they should watch that for Invincible as well. So, same sort of thing. So yeah, we saw, I think, Moira McTaggart. We saw some of the Morlocks. Multiple Man. That was fun. So yeah, I think I don't think they're going to be able to get it done in 3 or 4 episodes and still have like a impact, right? So if they do all of the damage in this season, right, and then spend next season cleaning it up, I think by the end of next season we might have Professor X and Magneto back alive. What do you think?
I don't even know if Magneto is dead yet.
I would say so. The robots certainly thought so, and that's the only reason it stopped.
Yeah, they also thought that bloody Gambit was dead.
No, he just didn't think he was a threat.
Threat neutralized. In other words, threat dead.
Neutralize is open to interpretation, which is why he shouldn't have said it. But like, if you're running at me with a knife,
if you're playing Call of Duty, and you stormed a building, and then your character said "threat neutralized," what does that mean?
Could be anything.
Right. So if fucking killed him,
could mean that, right? But if you ran at me with a knife and you're across the room, right, you are a threat, right? But if I have a pistol and I've just kneecapped you, that threat is neutralized.
It's not.
Throw
the fucker at you.
One would assume that you would drop the knife when clutching your leg, you know. But
I don't feel pain.
I believe it. Okay, Mr. 3Dubs, do you have anything to say about anything this week before we hop off? Nope, still stepped away. Okay. It was lovely having him here.
It was actually good to have him on.
She's probably on your side, right? It's been far too long.
Yeah. Does that mean I got to attack you with a knife now?
No, because I don't have the gun to defend myself. Not America. Plus, I won't want to kneecap you anyway. I feel really bad. But so yeah, thank you, 3Dubs. Thank you, Liam. Thank you, Eric, for his appearance.
Short but sweet.
It was.
You got to understand though, he's having technical difficulties. Been in a storm and that tonight.
I know, a whole tornado and like taking over the area. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, everyone talks about Australia being a mad place. America is just as mental, you know.
What about America?
Your weather is crazy.
Well, we start off crazy, but you get the worst of it.
Nah, we get a bit of cold and shit. You know what I mean? Some rain.
No, I meant like you get our leftovers. Have you basically for instance, like France, I've heard like stories that our weather apparently tear down bridges because they're not equipped for our weather.
Yeah, it's not surprising. Okay, so thank you, everybody. Wonderful having you here. Darren as well. If I didn't say Darren. Tyler be flying everywhere. But Darren, the wonderful man that he is, hopefully we'll get him on shortly. But he's very, very busy. So we understand.
Yep, he works.
I work in my own way. Okay? Go fuck yourself. Yeah.
Hey, I'm not one to brag. I don't work.
Well, then how are you loving that? What do you keep digging that at me for, you fucker? Fuck off.
Because it's fun.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm not me.